Alright, what's up YouTube? So, I'm here today to review a pack of clove cigarettes. We got, let's see if I could get that on the camera, Jakarta, maybe pronouncing that name incorrectly, but it's handmade Kretek Clove Cigarettes. One more look at that, hopefully it's in view. And I've seen reviews of other clove cigarettes here on YouTube. The Guadangararms, Dejarms. You can order those online at various sites. What interests me about this particular pack of cigarettes is that you can tell right here, sole importers for the USA, that these cigarettes were designed to be sold in the United States. Sole importers for the USA, we got, looks like A.L. George of, it's in cursive writing so it's hard to read, but since 1905, 48 Stone Street, New York. And on the other side, we have the Surgeon General warning. Flipping it back really quick. Made for the US, or for the USA. And for those who don't know, clove cigarettes or Kreteks were banned in the United States, I believe in 2009. They said it was flavored, so it was more likely to make kids smoke. Personally, I think that's BS. I think if you're gonna smoke, you may as well be able to smoke what you enjoy. So in the past, I've liked, my favorite Kretek is probably Dejarm Super. LA Lights are very good. I'm not a big fan of Dejarm Blacks. And Guadangararms, I've had the Professionals, but they recently redesigned them and they're a little bit slimmer. I'm not as much of a fan of them, but yeah, I haven't tried enough. So these cigarettes were designed to be sold before 2009, maybe 2008. So I do feel badly about opening the pack. You know, I feel like it has some historical value, but I want to try them. I want to review them. I got these off of eBay. I'm always interested in trying clove cigarettes that were manufactured to be smoked in the United States. So anything pre-ban, Dejarm Vanilla, Dejarm Cherry, Dejarm Splash, the Dejarm, I believe they had specials, lights, menthols. So I saw those on eBay a couple of years ago and I passed up the opportunity to buy them, and now I can't find them. So I guess I'll use this opportunity to say, if you have any pre-banned Dejarms that were for the USA, let me know in the comments or some other way, and I'd definitely be interested in trying to take them off your hands. So without further ado, this is 10 cigarettes. It's a soft pack, and I am curious whether or not these will have filters. My gut feeling tells me that they won't, but let's see. So, damn man, opening the packaging. I feel so bad. Alright. So, I actually don't really have too much experience with soft packs, so hoping I don't look like too much of an idiot for you guys. I'm hoping everything's in camera too. So anybody who smoked a clove cigarette knows there's a bit of a crackle to them, and they usually last a little bit longer than your standard cigarette. Damn, I really don't want to, damn it. Oh well. Yeah, they last a little bit longer than your Jesus, I just butchered this packaging. Okay. You know what? I'm gonna pause the video here just so I don't destroy these. Alright guys, so I'm back. I felt like I was performing surgery there, trying to wiggle this freaking stove out. So before I get to the cigarette design, I know there's a certain percentage of you out there who are thinking how low class, who smokes cigarettes anymore, etc. I'm somewhat in agreement with you. I don't think it's too different than alcohol. I mean, for the most part, we shouldn't be drinking, but one can still recognize that amongst alcohols, there are, high quality, low quality, people like reviewing things, people like enjoying things. Personally, I think these are a piece of interesting history, certainly within the context of United States tobacco policy. So there's an interesting historical piece, even for those who don't smoke cigarettes. Alright, so the cigarette itself is non-filtered. Paper's a little bit tan. It's actually, let's see if I can get this. So, I probably should have read it before, but you can see it has the Jakarta logo near the end where you draw from, where a filter would be. And hopefully you can read it yourself, and it's in the frame. But it says Kretek Cigarette, handmade in Indonesia. So this is actually my first non-filtered clove cigarette. I'm interested in knowing whether the paper is sweetened or not. Lastly, before I light the cigarette, most cigarette reviewers that I see online, they typically do a throat hit, a deep lung hit, a smell hit. They'll say, there's a little bit of smell coming from the cigarette. This actually smells like straight up clove. Some cigarettes, or some Kretek Clove cigarettes, have sort of a fruity flavor to them, or fruity smell to them. This smells a little spicy, and mind you, the tobacco is quite old, so the cigarette's actually a little bit stiff. I don't know what the conditions that it was stored under all these years, so it could really suck. Does seem a little bit dry, but let's give it a smoke. Oh, I was gonna say, I don't expect to do those things. This is mostly for historical purposes. It's less of a review. I just wanted people to see the cigarette, see the packaging, know some of the history, and we'll see how it smokes. So I feel like a bit of sweetness around my lips. I think there may be a hole somewhere along the paper because it feels like I'm dragging on it and there may be some air escaping. So I don't feel like I'm getting the strongest drag here. Yeah, it's nice to smoke. I love cloves. I'm not hearing any crackling. We'll see if that changes. And it is burning relatively fast. Most of these Kreteks take a while, so we'll see if it slows down a bit as the cigarette runs out. So let's take a deep drag, see I guess what kind of volume this thing can produce. So yeah, that's disappointing. I think there is a hole somewhere here. I can't really see it. These glasses aren't the best. Still no crackling. Not sure if that's because I'm not getting the best drag or if it's because the cigarette's old. We'll see what I can do on this next drag. Kind of feels like I'm smoking a joint. A little bit of crackle there. Probably couldn't hear it. Yeah, it's nothing too special. It is a clove cigarette, certainly. You can taste the clove. It's not blowing my mind. That's not bad. I think part of it is the fact that I'm commentating here. So let's see. It's gonna be boring for you guys. Let's take a smell hit. Yeah, not a lot of, oh, there it is. Yeah, just your standard clove cigarette. Nothing too special. Paper is not very sweet. I did notice a bit earlier, but I'm not tasting it now. And we'll see if I post this on YouTube. I'm not exactly sure. This is my first review for anything. I do have a pack of Dejarm Safaris coming in tomorrow. I'm interested in trying those. I'm not sure if they're filtered or not. But another cigarette that I haven't tried. And those were not sold in the United States, but I haven't seen them offer it online. I actually haven't seen any reviews for them, nor have I really seen much information on them. So I'm interested in seeing how they are when I get the chance to smoke them. I'll try to post a review for that as well. I'm just going to enjoy the rest of the cigarette. Maybe I'll add a little bit to the end of the review, but hopefully you guys enjoyed this. It wasn't too boring, and yeah. Thanks, guys. Alright, guys, so to finalize my review here, I think the age of the tobacco and possibly the way that this package was stored over time definitely affected the overall experience of the cigarette. Near the end of the cigarette, it was like pretty hard, which, you know, tobacco is supposed to be soft, so I think the quality was probably not as good as if you had bought it back in 2008. So the review is going to be a little bit biased. I didn't think it was that good. I'll probably continue smoking the rest of the pack. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe that was just a one bad cigarette out of the 10 in there. Like I said, I think it has something to do with the way it was stored. It may have been out in the sun for a long time. So that's unfortunate, but I am glad to be able to share this with you guys. A little bit of cigarette history. You won't find those sold in the United States anymore, and you may not be able to find that pack even in Indonesia, because I tried looking up the company and I was having a difficult time doing that. So I hope you enjoyed this review and that you're having a great day. Alright, peace.